Hello everyone and welcome back. We are in for a treat today because we are going to the Jiggoseum Act 3, which is arguably the best act in the entire game. There are some incredible vehicles that I want to show you that ended up getting the first place records, and some of these things are just genius. Now I came up with this one. Look at that. The trick to this game is getting up and forward as fast as you can, so I built a vehicle underneath to get up in the air, and a vehicle on top to get forward as quick as I can. And as soon as you start getting momentum up, you detach the lower vehicle. Look at it, just flies off into space. And then the upper vehicle has the sticky balls pointing down in order to grab the bowling balls. And you just get incredibly lucky and line them up and drop them and hope they land where they're supposed to. And boom, next thing you know, you got a record in 16 seconds. That was awesome. But the rest of the vehicles in this level I had nothing to do with. I just copied them from other people. And one of them is just mind-boggling how somebody even came up with it. Okay, this one is an incredible vehicle also, because this vehicle will actually bounce and disintegrate over like a 3-day period. And one thing I didn't show in this level is I actually used the tents from the food court to block the 2 holes that lead into the food court, because this vehicle will actually bounce down there sometime over the period of like 3 days. And it'll get stuck down there and not disintegrate. You actually want to keep it on the upper level of the Jiggoseum. But basically you put this ball inside the vehicle, and then you put the cover on it, and the thing will bounce all over the place. Like I said, for about 3 days, it's going to bounce out. Yeah, you got to be quick. See, the ball bounced out. Let's try that again. You basically got to put the ball in and then pick up the vehicle and then put the cover on as quick as possible, or that ball's going to bounce out because there's a bunch of bumpers inside. Nope. That one shot straight up in the air. Not a chance of capturing that. But every now and then it'll bounce sideways for a little while before it bounces out, so it'll give you time to pick it up and put the cover on, which hopefully I can show you this time. Okay, plenty of time. Pick it up. Pick it up. The ball. There you go. Now put the cover on. Okay, did I get it? Yeah, I got it this time. See, everything kind of freezes. You put the cover on, and then this thing is going to go bouncing off. Look at the balls trying to escape. Whoever came up with this was a genius. It hasn't started recording yet. I've already lost a block. See how it disintegrates? Still hasn't even left the dartboard yet. But once it does, okay, now you can see the distance going up, all right into the top of the Thomas Trophy. But like I said, I just plugged in a wireless remote. I'm sorry, a wired remote. You definitely want a wired one. You don't have to worry about batteries running out. And then keep that thing plugged in for like 3 days. Put a rubber band against your or around your controller sticks. And it will keep bouncing like that until you get a record, or until it disintegrates. Hopefully it disintegrates after you get a record. Okay, this one I just cheated. The same with, what was the other one? Burning rubber. I got as far as I could in the time required to get a record, and then I landed and paused the vehicle, so time stopped. And then I just pushed Banjo the rest of the way to the finish line. So again, I stopped well on the other side of the dartboard and pushed Banjo all the way around the dartboard all the way to the finish line. And then this last vehicle, I don't know where it came from, but whoever invented this vehicle, the entire world should just surrender and say, dude, whoever invented this vehicle, you are now the leader of the entire world because you are a genius and will do whatever he says because he knows what he's doing. Because look at this vehicle. And basically, I left this running overnight. You can do this in less than 24 hours. I think I set it up at like 8 o'clock at night and turned it off at like 8 o'clock the next morning. And I had the record on this one. But here's how you get this thing to work. You download the Super Genius vehicle, probably the greatest vehicle in this game. Because somebody actually figured out that you could get this hoop to move. And you could manipulate it in such a way that you could get it where you want to go. And then they figured out that you could set up a ramp where the balls spawn after they go through the hoop. And have them roll into the hoop. Now, who does that? Who thinks of that? You'll see what I mean in a minute here. Loading, loading, loading. All right, Mr. Fit. We've got our vehicle. Look at this thing. So our ramp is attached. So the first thing we're going to do is take off. And then we're going to go forward a little bit and hit our tow bar. And that'll let the ramp fall down. Then we're going to eject our two pieces right there for the vehicle. And we're going to wrangle this hoop. And then we're going to hit right bumper and lock these pieces back on again so that the hoop is stuck inside our vehicle. And then we have to use the suck and blow or this won't work. You can't maneuver this vehicle without the suck and blow. It'll just fly right back where you launched it from. So you maneuver it and land it where you want it to go. And then you get some of these balls closer to where they need to be. Make sure they don't roll off. Position our ramp. And I think when I got the record, I had like 4 balls going through. And they got to be spaced in such a way where they don't hit each other. Or somewhere in the middle of the night, they'll hit each other and roll off, and you won't get a record. But I was able to do it where I had 4 balls going at the same time, which is like about as much as you can do. There's 5 balls in the game, but I think the most you can get going at one time is 4. Okay, that looks lined up, so now I'm going to try it. Let me put a ball in here. Okay, and you can see it landed and it rolled right back in again, so I want to get another ball in here. And now I got 2 of them going. So I want to get another ball in here in a minute. Alright, now watch, they're going to hit each other and roll off somehow. Try to get a 4th ball in here. See how they bunched up? That means there was something wrong with the way they were spaced. Alright, we'll get another one in here. And I'm running out of time, so I really have to try to get this done. Alright, I'm just going to go with 3. And I pause the game. And you see they'll keep going through. And basically, I did this all night. And when I woke up in the morning, the balls had not disappeared or gone off track or bumped into each other, and I actually got the record. So, thank you for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I will see you tomorrow. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.